Friends, on behalf of Swastik Knowledge Care channel, I welcome you all, and I also thank you all for subscribing my channel regularly. Only the last week we uploaded the finance bill, and within the span of 6 days, today we are going to share our views through this video on the Vivad se Vishal scheme introduced by the finance minister in the budget. Before I proceed, I request you all to subscribe my channel if not yet subscribed, and press the bell button to get updates sooner and regular. The purpose of this scheme is the settlement of the undisputed tax. The settlement of the disputed demand. And the disputed demand is in lakhs and lakhs crores. And apart from this, the pending appeals, which are also in huge quantity, will also be disposed of. So that is the main purpose of this scheme, and so that the huge collection can also be made by the government. The scheme will apply for those appeals which are pending till 31st January, either before CIT appeal or before ITT or High Court or Supreme Court. At present, when the tax is charged after the addition is made in the assessment, it, apart from the tax as per the rate applicable, the advance tax interest is also added. And once the assessee goes to the appeal, and in case it loses the appeal, then the interest up to the payment is made after the order of the appeal is also to be paid. So it becomes a hefty amount, a huge amount. But after this scheme, even if the case relates to 5 years back, 6 years back, 8 years back, in some cases, for say the demand of 1 lakh can become 2 lakh or 3 lakh. But here, you just pay the tax applicable on that year, and you need not to pay any interest, any penalty. So I think it is a very beneficial scheme. And as regards penalty, interest and fees is concerned, you have to pay only 25%, whereas the penalty is 100% or 200% or 300%. So, and the application is to be made in the prescribed form, which has yet to be notified, and all forms should be, if filed within 31st March, then the rate, as I have mentioned, will be applied. But if the application is filed after 31st March, then there is a provision that 10% extra payment will be taken by the government. So hurry up to file within 31st March. And friends, as regards the application is concerned, if you make to the designated authority, the authority will, within 15 days, will issue a certificate in which it will mention the amount disputed. They will calculate the amount disputed, it will be in the certificate, and that amount we have to pay within 15 days of the receipt of this certificate. And thereafter, the final order will be made by the authorities. So simple procedure. And once the order is made, the appeals before CIT appeal and ITT will be deemed to be withdrawn. Still, there are some appellants who cannot get benefit of this scheme. They cannot opt for this scheme. If the assessment order is made under section 153A or section 150C, means block assessment, the assessment made after the search cases. And if the prosecution has been initiated on the appellant, and further the notice of enhancement has been issued by the CIT appeal. Such appellants cannot opt for this scheme. And there are certain persons who are out of the purview of this scheme. For example, if the appellant has been served notice under IPC, under other act like narrow tax, money laundering, etc., if the prosecution has been initiated, he cannot opt for this scheme. The scheme is very good. I would still like to give some practical suggestion which, in my opinion, will be beneficial to the SSCs, appellants, as well as to the government, and further collection can be made. The first suggestion is that in this scheme, the declaration is made within 31st March. And if the declaration made after 31st March, there is a difference of 10%. In fact, if the SSC cannot make payment or cannot make declaration within 31st March, then only interest should be charged. 1 month interest per month till the declaration is made after 31st March. Because 10% is a huge amount. And assessment this year was time barred on 31st December. Most of the orders were received by 31st December, but still there are a lot of orders which were dispatched or served after 31st December. And the due date of filing of those assessment orders is after 31st January. So, as per this scheme, since the appeal was not made and there was no disputed amount till 31st January, so such SSC cannot opt for this scheme. So, in my view, and it's my humble suggestion to the government, that such SSC should also be given opportunity to furnish the appeal, because order was received, it was not their fault, and since the due date has not expired, so they should also be given benefit of this scheme. And one more important suggestion is that since it is the month of February and March, year ending there, and in light of this economy, the businessmen have little fund. There is a scarcity of liquidity. So, in case suppose the tax amount, disputed amount is 1 crore rupees, it may be difficult for the SSC to pay this 1 crore within March. So, installments should be given to the appellant, and if the appellant fails to pay after first installment or second installment, the money can be forfeited. But this installment should be there, and if it is there, it will attract huge collection. And once the SSC has applied for the scheme before the CIT, there should not be any survey, because he is applying for this scheme and the survey takes place, so it will be a harassment to the SSC. And one important suggestion is that CIT appeal should not pass the ex parte order, because if he passes the ex parte order, the appellant cannot opt for the scheme. So if the appellant informs to the CIT appeal or to the ITT that he intends to opt for this scheme, no ex parte order should be made on such SSC. I think this suggestion can attend the attraction of the Government of India or the CBDT. And friends, my suggestion to the appellant and the SSC is that they should go under this scheme. It is a very good scheme to buy peace and avoid litigation. And it's a very simple scheme, and I think most of the SSC will be benefited by this scheme. Thank you, friends.